Hello everyone, welcome to Bloody Betrayal and Works of Darkness. Before I get started into my podcast, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Kim over at People Are Wild podcast. If you haven't already listened to her channel, go over and give it a quick listen. I've only listened to a couple of episodes, but it's really great.
This is Kim, your friendly neighborhood ER nurse. I'm the host of People Are Wild, the only podcast that claims to bring medical entertainment, medutainment, on a weekly basis. I can be found on your favorite podcast listening app, iTunes and Google Play, and you could talk to me on Twitter at People Are Wild.
March 6th through 8th, 1862. At the Battle of Pea Ridge, the Confederate States suffered between 2,000 and 2,500 casualties. Federal forces reported 2,003 killed, 980 wounded, and 201 missing. November 18th, 2006. Another person goes missing. She's not a soldier fighting in a major engagement. She's just a 15-year-old, shy, uncomplicated teenager. Like a whisper on the wind at the scene of a battle long ago, her voice calls out to me. At the time of April's disappearance, Pea Ridge was a small town of around 4,000 people. Just a small dot on the map of rural America, a place where the people all know each other. Hard work is the norm, and helping your neighbor is a fact of life. A lot of the local people are employed at large commercial farms. 6% of the population live below the poverty line. April lived in the King Lane apartments. Her dwellings were not grandeur by any means, but April always brought good cheer to her meager surroundings. April had a tough start. Her father passed away when she was young, and they got by with the help of social assistance. Family love and support were always abundant in her home. Sometime on April 18th, 2006, April set out to the Church of the Nazarene, which was 3 blocks away from her home since they were giving away free clothes. She had hopes that this would help her family economize. This walk would normally take under half an hour, but she never made it to the church. A witness said that a tan or light brown truck had stopped near their house and they heard screaming coming from the truck. But the witness was unsure whether April had entered the vehicle. She reported the events to the police. The time of the incident would fit the time frame of April walking from her house to the church. Her family posted missing flyers all over the neighborhood, but somehow the flyers would end up missing, just like April. Who would want to block the efforts of finding this missing girl? Was the suspect still living in the area? Several years after April's disappearance, Benton County Sheriff's Department received a letter which led them to search a local pond. The pond, on the outskirts of Rogers, was drained and searched, but it's unsure whether any evidence was found. The landowner was not a suspect in the case. The location may have been connected with her disappearance. Perhaps she was lured into a vehicle on the promise of getting a job. There have been several notable killers who have used that tactic on their victims. Maybe she was considering herself a burden on the family. She could have made a rash decision to do something that she would not normally do. Did she meet someone who promised to take her away to a better life? Maybe the kidnapper knew the victim. This could be a possibility since her family does not think that she would get into a vehicle with a stranger. Perhaps she was tricked or lured somehow. Maybe she was told that harm would come to her or her family if she did not comply with the request. Again, with this case, same as in many others, all we're left with is questions. April Dawn Andrews is a Caucasian female, last seen November 18th, 2006. She was a resident of Pea Ridge, Arkansas at the time of her disappearance. She was 15 years old when she went missing. She is around 5 feet 4 inches tall and around 100 pounds in weight. Her hair is blonde strawberry. She was last seen wearing light brown corduroy pants, black halter top, brown sweater, and multicolored tennis shoes. I can't imagine how hard it is for her family left behind. It must be a nightmare not knowing where April is, or if she's even alive. Every time they look at a family photo or look at something that she cherished, to be faced with that grim reminder. Many local residents have continued to pray for her and just wish that she could be found. Where is she? What happened to her? Someone must know something. Some of the information that I've gathered is conflicting. I'm not making any accusations in this case, nor do I mean to shed a bad light on anyone. To my knowledge, this case remains unsolved. I urge you to please come forward if you have any information about this case. Please contact Benton County Sheriff's Department. Thank you for listening to this podcast. Please subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. It's free and it helps me out by showing that you enjoy the channel. Until the next episode, take care. Goodbye.